Hi, beautiful people. The topic of today's video from lookwitheninstitute.com is about what are your underlying beliefs about sex? What did you learn from your family of origin about sex? What did you learn about female sexuality? What did you learn about male sexuality? What did you learn from the culture you grew up in? Or maybe there was a church or a religion. What did this culture teach you about sex? And it may not have been something that was spoken directly, but what did you pick up energetically? What did you inherit from your family? What did you learn from your mom? What did you learn from your grandma about sex, about female sexuality? So you may want to bring out a pen and paper right now and just start jotting down what comes to you. This is something we do in the class I teach called the Radical Sex Shift class. I've been teaching it for about 5, 6 years now. I was requested by the women who were taking my other classes, like, well, can't we take a look at sex, Helena? And I thought, well, what's there to look at? I thought I was sexually free. I grew up during the free sex revolution when everybody was supposed to do it with everybody all the time. And, commitment that was, suppressive and old fashioned. And then I spent 5 years in the Osho Rajneesh movement, who was very promiscuous, where the teacher, Osho, encouraged us to explore sexually. And yeah, monogamy or committed relationships, that was like old fashioned. That's what our parents did. So we thought we were free. I certainly thought I was free. And I came to realize, together with the women that take my class, that I was carrying a lot of baggage still. Because what I learned from my parents, what I picked up, they never directly spoke to me about sex, but I picked it up, the energy of it, that it's shameful, it's secret. I could hear them doing something in the bedroom. I remember I would knock on the door and my mom would be like, yeah, yeah, we're going to stop now. We're going to stop now. So there was this shameful thing. And then from my grandmother, I learned that, you're not supposed to give it away. And men only want one thing. I didn't quite know what the one thing was and what the one thing I wasn't supposed to give, but it was very important somehow. And so we bring out these old beliefs, and you may have covered them up with free love thinking. You may have covered them up with spiritual beliefs, which I also did later on. I came into the whole Tantra thing, and sex is sacred and it's spiritual, and the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And that's all very beautiful. And what we came to realize in the classes is that we still carry these old belief systems that suppress us as women, that shame us as women. So we realized we're not really free until we bring this out into the light, write it down, and then we question these thoughts. So sex is shameful, sex is dirty, sex is something you don't talk about, sex should be kept secret, all those different things. So as we question them, we look through these thoughts. Is this really true? Can I absolutely know this is true, what my mom taught me? And who would I be without this thought? Who would I be today as a woman without the old belief that sex is shameful and women who want sex are sluts? What could be different? So that's a very potent exploration that we sit in. And then we turn the thoughts around. Sex is not shameful. And we find authentic examples, real, live, true, grounded examples for these turnarounds. And so this process sets us free, free to be open in the moment, to actually experience sex without a story attached to it. My friend Byron Katie says, no one has ever experienced sex truly because we have so many stories about it. And it's such a mix up because we have these old stories of it's so shameful, and then you may have covered those up with the spiritual of, oh, it's so beautiful. So there's like these conflicting energies um, within us around sex. And so we bring all of that out into the light. And my classes is not about how to have sex, it's not about sexual technique at all. It's really to take a look at what am I thinking and believing, and how is that affecting how I show up sexually. And women are finding, wow, there is a lot of stuff we need to free ourselves from in order to fully embrace our sexuality. And it doesn't really matter if you're partnered or not, because we have the same shameful thoughts about self sex. Masturbation is shameful and you shouldn't be doing it. Maybe your parents caught you doing it and you got yourself a lesson. Um, and so freeing ourselves from this suppressive belief system, you're able to actually explore, what is this truly for me today? And so that's very sweet, juicy exploration. So join our next round of the Radical Sex Shift class, sisters. I don't teach one for men yet because, well, I'm not a man. So it's easier for me to relate to the beliefs that women have. But I think that together, if men and women together started questioning the beliefs about what they expect from each other sexually, uh, we could truly become free sexually and experience it as it is without stories attached to it. And I get emails from husbands saying, wow, we're having the best sex ever since my wife took your class. So join us. Check it out at lookwitheninstitute.com.